All right, guys. You're welcome to day three, basically, because yesterday we had someone joining for the product and to tell us about Invoicer. And I believe that we learned one or two things about the product. I was excited about the fact that a whole lot of you were asking very intelligent questions. And trust me, I really felt fulfilled because it shows that all we've been doing the last couple of days has not been in vain. You guys asked very intelligent questions, trying to keep to the rule of what we talked about, trying to know the product. So you don't just allow people confront products before you, because in short, at the Making Nigerian conference this year, during a panel section that I joined in after speaking, there was a farmer who joined in that particular panel section. It was about agrotech, trying to bring those from the agri sector to talk to those of us in tech so that we talk about creating a real agrotech solution that solves their problems. And one of the things that uh, I found out really was the fact that one of the farmers said he had an experience when someone came, brought a farm management tool that he could use to manage his farm inventory and all of those. And along the process, he found out that the guy scammed him because the guy was deducting funds or manipulating the financial part of that system and all of those. And one of the things that I came to understand was the fact that even some tech sales experts don't ask questions about the product. Another farmer complained about the fact that he has about five or six of such apps that's been sold to him, and none of them is actually solving the problem that he's really actually looking out for. And I didn't blame the people who built the product. I blamed the tech sales experts who went to sell the product because they didn't understand the product. They didn't understand the market. Or maybe if they did, they just wanted to, make money, which is bad, by just selling whatever it is to them. But while listening to most of you asking questions yesterday, I felt really, really excited. You guys are super intelligent and you understand it. So please, if you're on this call, you can just give yourself a thumbs up, right? In the comment section, just tell each other, well done. Okay. Whether you ask question or not, just tell you, well done. Thank you, Timothy God's gift. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Alpheus. Thank you, Peaceful Golden. Thank you, Barry. Yeah, Matthew Napo, thank you. And thank you, Matthew, and the rest of the guys for being so consistent. Shalom, Imadara, everyone that's been consistent. Well done. All right. So today we have two important sections. Very quick one. We're wrapping up today with becoming a profitable tech sales partner. And we're going to be looking at sales strategies plus revenue models. And then Abinye Bennett, thank you. And thank you for being consistent too. Hope Maxine, I see you. And thanks for being consistent as well. So yeah, Grace, Dini Jacob, Grace, thank you, Grace. I've not seen Nelky Favor. Yeah, I think that's the name. Nelky Favor has been very consistent, but I've not seen her today. Demois Christian, thank you. So the fact that I can remember most of you, your name shows that you've been very consistent. Okay. So let's move on, guys. Let's move on. It will interest you to know that in the next phase of the Texas training, most of you are going to be sharing your thoughts. You're going to be the first batch of trainers, right? Um, so let's go. So sales strategies plus revenue models, all right? So we look at SaaS subscription, digital platforms, hardware, and devices. So once we're done with this section pretty quickly, we're going to have an open mic segment where I want you guys to ask anything. Because remember, after today, we're going to be dividing every one of you into groups for your project. So we'll have our graduation next week, Saturday. All right. And everyone will be certified. And then we'll move on from there. If there are products we have within that you guys can start with. We're going to onboard us, plus products we're going to be bringing in, and we create our after sales support, after training support for those of you that's been consistent, not for everyone. Those that's been consistent, those that have not been consistent can join the next cohort of training and all that. Uh, so we're going to do all of that, and then we start off. We need to start making money. You guys have to start making money, and we have to do it and do it good. We're working so hard to connect with some of our partners in Lagos to see how we can get some of the products that are working so well that are people down in Port Harcourt needs. And those of you that are not in Port Harcourt will be able to know where you are and the kind of product that can sell there. And we connect you with the right kind of company to stand up for them. But I just hope you make the most of it. I also want to apologize that we couldn't hold that special strategy section today because of network. We're going to hold it tomorrow, and it's going to be tomorrow evening. Yeah, tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. But it's not going to last for more than 1 hour. I promise you that. And it's still open to only those who showed interest. It's only open to those who showed interest. If you weren't here yesterday, and maybe it's your luck that you're here today, so take a screenshot of you in this meeting. Just take a screenshot of you in this meeting. Make sure you take a screenshot where your name is showing, and then you share it in the group and say, I'm interested. Please, only those that weren't here yesterday. If you want to be part of that special strategy section tomorrow. All right. Okay, so if you want to be part of that special strategy tomorrow, it's not compulsory. The training ends today. Project starts tomorrow and other things. So, but if you want to be part of that strategy section tomorrow, like I told you, it's just going to be 45 minutes. Prepare your hearts. If you're not ready to hear, if you know your heart can't take in certain things, don't join in. It's not compulsory. But for those of you that will join, you will know why we're not making that strategy section public, because you have to learn deep things, okay, that happens in the business world. You have to understand what really goes on, okay, that you will never hear in public. There are certain games, there are certain things. They are not bad things per se. They are not bad things, right? They're not bad things, but they are deep, that you can only find them in certain books. That if you read in books, that's why they said so many things are hidden in books, not just when people climb stage to speak, blah blah blah. It's a lie. There are deep things that you get and all that. So we're going to be sharing that. So after this section now, we're going to our open mic segment where I want you to ask anything based on tech sales. Talk about your fears, talk about the challenges you think you're going to have, talk about the areas you feel like you need to improve on. We're going to have that conversation. I'm going to pour my heart out to help every one of us. So let's go. SaaS subscription, digital platforms, and then hardware devices. Please, sorry guys, just give me a minute. There's something I need. All right. So for SaaS subscriptions, yeah, there will be need for you to focus on customer pain points. Okay, very, very important. You have to focus so much on customer pain points if you want to be able to sell out your, what's it called now? Your product. Okay. For SaaS, remember that we're actually talking about cloud-based tools. People subscribe to monthly. So those type of product that people subscribe to monthly or yearly, it could be automation platforms, it could be analytics platforms, it could be customer relationship management platforms, it could be HR systems and all of those. So I'll give you an example, a kind of system that maybe schools use, hospitals use, some big supermarkets or certain businesses use, ERPs, like the one that Mr. Simeon Tai was supposed to show us today, is for filling stations. All right, it's an ERP for fleet stations, and very, 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 very fantastic product. So you have to focus on the pain points that the software solves. Okay, you have to let them know. Is it that the software is going to help them in automation? Is it that it's going to help them in analytics? Is it that it's going to help them organize? So you have to focus so much on the customer pain points. And let me point this very clear, that you don't play around with customer pain points. Okay, and I've said this several times, even in several forums. Okay, that one of the mistakes we make most times is when we feel like, yeah, it's true that, oh, they say for you to be successful in life, you don't focus on problems, you focus on the solution and all of that. That's true. When it comes to growth, when it comes to, personal development and all of that. But when it comes to marketing and sales, you have to learn how to focus on the problem to the customer, to the person you're playing. You have to talk about the problem so that they can appreciate the solution. The level to as to which they will appreciate your solution only depends on the level as to which they feel the problem. So if you can explain the pain points enough, so much that you and the customer, you're in sync, you understand, understands that now you know my pain. I think I appreciate the fact that you need to know my pain. Then you don't have any business selling a product. So focus on the pain points first. Talk about it and say, hey, this is, look at your processes. Look at this, and this. And that's why this product is coming along and all of that. So focus on the pain points the software solves. Focus on it. The second thing is offer demos. All right, offer demos, offer trials. Return on investment based pitches. Those are the things you should focus on. All right. Say, oh, can I come do a demo for you? It's just going to be about 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, just to do a demo for you so that you really see what I'm saying. That's very important. And depending on the type of product, you will know. For example, I believe that the chief marketing officer for Invoicer spoke to us yesterday, and you heard him say, I think the vendors or the marketers, the businesses have 1 month to use. That's solid. That's solid trial. So you say, oh, this is about, we can give you 1 month. You don't have to lose anything. Just try it for 1 month and then you see. All right. And for that type of product, all you have to do is to say, okay, let me just shut down for about a month or two and get at least 20 businesses that are willing to pay 5,000 per month. That's all. And whatever it is, you know that every month, as long as they are subscribing, you're making money. Your job will just be maybe once in a while, you just for how is it going, and you get back to the team and say, okay, this is what they're saying. But as long as the product is going well, they are paying you every month. All right. So, but then you have trials. You say, oh, try it for 1 month so that you see how it works and all of those. Okay. So offer demos. Offer demos. The next thing is push for subscription upgrades. Okay, you can actually push for subscription upgrade, monthly or annual plans, right? So, upsell monthly to annual plans. So once you know that the person is using monthly and it is going well, but you can say, well, sure, you know that if you subscribe for a year, you're saving yourself almost so amount. Why not just subscribe for a year? That's what we're saying. Why not just subscribe for a year? Okay, so that way, um, you're gonna have people subscribe more and you make more money. Okay, the idea is dominance, and it's one of the things I'm going to be sharing with us in the system in that special section tomorrow. Dominance is very important when you're in tech sales. You want to dominate. You want to move up from where you're just talking to people, selling, to a point where the company depends on you to drive sales. All right, take note of that. Then the next thing is target SMEs, freelancers, and startups. All right. You have to be able to understand who, okay, you want to be able to help sell the product for. So businesses, startups, SMEs, agencies, and all of those. You have to be able to target them intentionally. Target them intentionally so that you can be able to, you know, sell your product. Okay, so there are freelancers who are building product, and that's why in one of those sections the other day, I think part 1 or 2, I mentioned say attend tech events. Attend tech events. As long as you're a tech salesperson now, you're in tech. Don't say because you're not coding. You have to. That's why we spend time to be explaining all these things so that when you're speaking tech. Do you understand? And we have to always remember that tech is an enabler. Okay, we have to always remember that tech is an enabler. So at every point in time, you're not carried away by the fact that, oh, um, I have a tech product, and you want to force the people to buy into it. You want to be able to, you want to be able to, you want to be able to say, hey, so you want to be able to, understand their entire system, and then you push up your product to represent their pain points or something that is going to solve their pain points, right? So, tech is an enabler. Always remind yourself that tech is not the business itself. Tech is an enabler. So it's supposed to enable them be able to carry out whatever they're doing. All right. Now, the next thing is the digital platforms. Okay. Sell adoptions, not just signups. That's the first thing. Sell adoption, not just signups. Listen to that carefully. And this is one powerful thing that when you're talking with freelancers or developers um, or tech agencies or whatever, this is one thing that when you're talking, they really, really want to listen to, because they understand how powerful this whole concept is. Okay, so if you by any means now you just focus on sign ups, no, you will just be like every other normal person. Okay, I'm talking about you becoming so good. I'm talking about you becoming so good that even other companies can begin to look out for you, right? Other companies can begin to look out for you to say, hey, I noticed that you help this company sell this product very well, and we want you in our team. We want you, and it can be done. I can assure you that it can be done. So sell adoption, okay? Sell adoption, like focus on ensuring that our products can be adopted. That's the thing. Focus on ensuring that our products can be adopted. So just don't just move about thinking that, oh, let people just sign up. No, you have to be extraordinary. Like, how can this product be adopted in the market? That's why strategy is everything. Strategy is everything. You have to be able to work out strategies that can work. You have to be able to work out strategies and then adapt to it. Okay. So sell adoption, not just signups. Number two, position as a solution. Position as a solution. All right. So for digital platforms, all right, for digital platforms, you have to ensure that you position very well as a solution. Okay. We cannot explain that enough, because there are online platforms that offer access, membership, or service-based features. And by digital platforms, we're talking about edutech, fintechs, e-commerce, health tech platform, and all of those. Okay. Um, there is a health tech platform that we personally were launching out, and it's one of the things that we feel is going to revolutionize how health records are done. And it's the pay stack for health tech. That's how we call it. And yeah, I'll find out from the chief marketing officer head stack. Let me know if there is an opening for tech sales, because I'm not sure for now. But there are we're talking about digital platforms like edutech, fintech, and all that. So you have to be able to position the platform as a solution to a need. That's what I mean by position as a solution. So position the platform as a solution to a need. It could be learning payments, trading, shopping, business operations, and all of that. So position it um position it as a need. Okay. At any point in time, like I said, it's not just telling them to take your product and all of that. That's why I said um you should you should you should sell adoption. Okay, you should sell adoption instead of sell adoption and not just signups. Okay, so you have to position as a solution. Focus on user acquisition and onboarding. Okay, that's what I mean by target users and businesses. Okay, sorry, number 4 there, where I said focus on onboarding and retention. So focus on user acquisition and onboarding. There's what is called customer acquisition, and most times when you're also talking with some businesses, their need for a tech sales expert rather, is their customer acquisition strategy. Okay, it could be their customer acquisition strategy. So you want to understand that, how do we acquire a customer? How do I acquire a user? Okay, so you need to be able to do that. And how do I make the onboarding easy for a user? And that's one of the reasons why you see that a company can onboard like maybe 100 tech sales expert, and then at the end of the day you have 10 or 20 extremely very very successful. Is because they decided not to just do the normal. Oh, users are saying, I would have loved this platform. Oh, let's say for example, you're going to a school, and okay, let me use a university. So let's say there's a platform right now that has digitized the entire project submission process and all of that for a university. All right, just imagine that process. Like everything has been done, but then it's more like an e-repository. And the challenge with that e-repository now is that they will need to upload the existing products, existing projects that they have. And a university, to get that platform, let's say they're selling to a university at 20 million, okay, or 10 million or whatever, because they even have models there that the university can use to make money. For example, for a project student to start uploading their project, maybe they have to pay, let's say, 1,000 naira, just as simple as that. And the supervisor gets a certain amount of money, and the school gets a certain amount. You, the owner of the product, gets a certain amount of money. Now, at the end of the day, I want you to think about this carefully. Just think about this carefully. What do you think that happens? Okay, if you go to sell that type of product maybe to the university at 20 million, okay, naira, okay, and let's say what you're going to get is about 20%, okay, that's 4 million. And now the university is telling you, we like this product, but we're going to have a challenge in terms of trying to upload that project, at least for the last 5 years, to have them online and all of those. And probably they don't want to spend extra money. So that's where you come in. I say, hey, listen, I can have a team of people come around in the next 1 month, and we can do all of those. If I'm going to make 4 million naira from a deal, who says I can't invest 1 million naira to make it even faster and become like a very dependable sales expert for that company or for that brand, right? So we can now say, okay, let's have all the CDs that you guys are used to buy your projects and all of that. And my team and we're going to need a space. You set it up for us, and then we're going to come department by department, and we're going to go through this process and do it once and for all. And you guys take it up from there. I'm just giving us an example. So you have to understand that there will be onboarding, there will be user acquisition, and especially most of these things, they've been doing something before you came in with your product, and there'll be need for them to upgrade what they are doing to have it in a certain way. So let's also not forget um, target users and businesses. Okay, target users and businesses. So for digital products, it's important that you focus so much to target users and businesses. Target users and businesses. Understand who your product is meant for and target them. We discussed that in one of our sections. So understand who your product is meant for and target them accordingly. All right. So for hardware and devices, yeah, combined with subscriptions, okay. One thing about this, you're talking about such things like maybe POS, what is it called now? IoTs, Internet of Things, smart gadgets, terminals, and all of that. They are basically physical products used by individuals and companies. So you've got to combine hardware with software or subscription services. Okay, that's how it works. So there's usually a way they combine it with subscription services. Then you will have to be able to use demonstrations. Okay, you have to use demonstrations. Then there's also what is called the rent to own model. So where you can take it, it's as if you're paying on rent, and then over time you own it, and you can even go as far as doing some volume deals. So um, don't forget to highlight reliability, highlight warranty. Very important. If you say, hey, we're gonna be there to support you, we're gonna be there to, if you have any problem after sales support, we're going to provide that for you and all of that. So it gives them some sort of comfort over time for whatever you're pushing down to them. Okay. So but you target retailers, you target banks, you target hospitals, logistics, hotels, depending on who the product is meant for, depending on who that particular product is meant for. Okay. So let's go to the next slide. So yeah, so revenue models overview. So you have the reseller agreements, affiliate marketing, and performance-based sales. Okay, this is extremely very important. This is very very important in the sense that in the sense that, like we mentioned in one of our classes, you have to know what you're going into. And so in reseller agreement, you're acting as a distributor or sales representative for a tech product. All right. So you normally get the right to resell the product to individuals or companies. That's what happens there. All right. You get the right to resell the product to individuals or companies. And you may even sell at wholesale and keep the margin or earn a fixed percentage per sale, right? So it depends on what the agreement is. Okay, so for retailer, you're basically you're just acting as a distributor or maybe a sales rep, right? And you always have that right to resell the product to individuals or companies, you know and whether you want to do at wholesale, you can do that, and then you keep the margin, or basically you earn a commission or a fixed percentage per sale. All right. It's usually very much ideal for POS machines, SaaS plans, gadgets, and all of that. Okay, web platforms, CRMs, HR tools, and all of that. Being in tech, and for someone that our company build products for clients, one of the things that I can tell you for free is that you might always feel, because you see very very big organizations in a particular industry using a particular product, it's okay for you to assume that everyone is using it. That's not true. That's not true. Every day, Zoho, for example, Zoho is closing deals. You have people signing up to Zoho every day. It's you had in short, it's interesting to know that the number of people who need tech solutions are far more than those who already have them. Take note of that. If there's nothing else you're going home with today, go with what I just told you now. Right. The number of people who need tech solutions are far, far, far more than those who already have tech solutions. Okay, so however, those who already have them make more noise than those who don't. Okay, they are more visible than those. So you always assume that, oh, everyone is using it. And that's one thing that discourages tech sales experts. And that will not be your portion, anyways. So, like I said, you can also earn per sale. You can have commission. You can have um, all of that. So that's one aspect. That's for reseller agreement. I think the next thing there is what's it called now? Affiliates. Okay, let me go back to that slide. Okay, yeah. So we have reseller agreements. We have affiliates. So I'm gonna say something pretty important when it comes to affiliates. I feel like the word affiliate marketing has been bastardized in this part of the world, and we've seen people mistaking affiliate marketing for network marketing. They are not the same thing. Affiliate marketing and network marketing are two different things. Every time they're not. And we've seen people going into affiliate marketing with network marketing mentality. Okay, we've seen people go into affiliate marketing with network marketing mentality. And what do I even mean by that? What I mean by that is that you have people who believe that affiliate marketing is, let me go and train other people in affiliate marketing. Let me get two more people to train. So they focus on that. They just sell affiliate marketing courses and that's it. No, at the core, affiliate marketing is you earn by actually referring users or getting customers, using a particular link, or partnership code to buy a product. Okay, so um, that's why it's called affiliate. So you're more like an affiliate of the company. Okay, so you promote a tech product or a platform. That's what you do. Okay, so you promote that. They give you a link. So when people subscribe, when people pay, when people do anything through your link, you're making a certain percentage. Your job is not to recruit more people. Okay, your job is, so most times, listen to this so that you don't get me wrong, right? Listen to this so you don't get me wrong. So there are people who they promote affiliate marketing courses. So as people are buying those courses, they are making money, but they get stuck. They start feeling like that's what it's all about. And they don't understand that the only reason why that product is selling is because the owner of that product himself is the one in charge. So people have heard about that affiliate marketing course and they're coming in. Now, once you move them from there and you come and practice, you go and sell real products and it becomes a problem. Okay, they start struggling. They start struggling so much. They start struggling. So at the core of all of that, you have to be able to understand immediately that your job is to be able to refer people. They give you a link and people pay through that. Okay, sorry. I didn't know I was muted. So yeah, so you get paid for subscriptions through your link, right? It's very much suitable for SaaS, fintech, edutech, especially edutech, right? Edutech. And why I'm saying edutech is that you have more money when it comes to edutech. Fintechs will basically be, or as maybe people sign up and all that, they say, okay, they're going to give you 2,000, 5,000, and all of those. And right. But if it's a system where they say, oh, for every transaction the person is making, you're getting 1% or 0.5%, or that's a good deal though. But I'm not saying you should not, but for edutech platforms, you're looking at, for example, schools, and they say, oh, schools sign up, or as students sign up to subscribe to this and that, for you pay. Hosting sites, that's another thing I like us to explore. That's another thing I like us to explore. Hosting sites, CRM tools, SaaS products, and all of that. Those are other things. And of course, you can also get one-time or recurring commissions. Okay. You can get percentage commissions, you can get one-time payments, you can also get your current commissions when it comes to that. Another thing there is the sorry, let's get that up. Let me check. Okay. So the next thing there is the performance-based sales. Okay, performance-based sales. This is another revenue model. And there you get paid strictly based on results, no salary, just performance. Okay, you get paid strictly based on results, no salary, no, just performance. And to be honest with you, I've seen people trying to get into tech sales with a company, and most times they see this deal as if it's slavery. No, for me, as someone who builds tech solution and help businesses with strategy and concepts, I know that this is one thing that can make you super, super strong, super, super powerful for any product. All right. If you're not willing to grind, then why are you going to tech sales? However, this is not me saying you should go kill yourself trying to sell shitty products. All right. As long as the product is solid and you understand the target audience, everything is cool, then we have a very good advantage. We have a solid, what's it called now? We have a solid point or strength to be able to say, hey, um, if you're going to pay me based on performance, then I'm ready to roll up my sleeves and do what I'm supposed to do. But we need to be ready, know that you're ready to drive your product, you're ready to position your product. So it's not just that you say, oh, I should enter the market and start selling for you. Meanwhile, you guys are not ready to do your part. Okay, making sure that the customers will get value for whatever they are coming in with. So in this case, you basically understand that they're not paying you salary. You earn based on results. You're most times paid per client or subscription. All right, you're paid per client or subscription, and it works well with startups and digital products. It works very, very well with startups and digital products. Revenue share or per user earnings. So you have revenue share. Okay, so they can say, hey, just go sell. Like I told you, we have a real estate product I'm going to be onboarding, but I think we can only onboard 4 persons in one city. That product is going at almost 2.5 million or 3 million or so. Or yeah, I think 2 million or 3 million. I can't remember now. I'll confirm from you. And you have the tail salesperson making almost 40%. Okay, that's almost 800K if it is 2 million or almost a million naira. So it's revenue share because they've already built the product, and it's not the type of product you say, oh, it's competition. No, any real estate company can have it. Hypercity has their sales platform, their inventory platform. When you go there, Hypercity doors, everyday supermarket doors. In Port Harcourt here, it doesn't change anything. It's a normal thing. So 1,000 real estate companies can have a product like that, and they are doing their stuff. It's not changing anything. It's only helping them. So you have revenue share and all of that. Okay. So where do you fit in? Where do you fit in? So you pick a product category, okay? Pick a product category that you feel like, okay, I think I resonate more with this type of product, or based on what I'm currently doing before I dive in fully, because I know somehow you have to feed, you have to eat, you have to survive, which is another thing I'm going to be talking in that strategy section tomorrow. That's why I say if you don't have the heart, don't come, don't come. Thank God. The training is ending. The training is ending officially today. The training is ending officially today, but we have that strategy special section tomorrow, 8 p.m. And like I said, those of you that are just joining or joined late, if you're lucky that we didn't hold it today because of network, So if you didn't attend yesterday, so you didn't get the info, if you like to be part of the exclusive strategy section, it's not going to be live on YouTube. It's not going to be live anywhere. It's not going to be recorded. Just screenshot yourself in this meeting now, drop it in WhatsApp group and say, I'm interested. I'll send you the link personally to your WhatsApp group by tomorrow, 8 p.m. We might not spend more than an hour, except if you're asking questions after that. But I'm going to be exposing us to a whole lot of things and talk to us like brothers and sisters who want to succeed and maybe share some things that we've done and some decisions that we had to take to, by God's grace, to take us to wherever we are now. So we're still growing, we're still making progress, but those things have guided us so much discipline, so much ability to look away from certain things and understand the game, keep your emotions aside and understand what really goes on in a system to be able to grow and dominate that system. And that's what I want to do. Okay. It's in short, it's going to be part of, I think, next upper Saturday, I'm having a physical section. It's a 6 hours physical section. It's called the strategy room, where I'm going to be talking to business owners, how they can dominate any space they are currently playing in within their city and region in 3 to 5 years. Okay, in 3 to 5 years. And so it's deep conversation tomorrow. Okay, so pick a product category. Pick a product category. So for now, you can just pick a category that resonates with you. Like I said, most of you might be doing one or two things to survive for now, and which is where you should not stay for long. You must learn how to understand that you weren't just created to eat food. That's why I don't like the idea of put food on the table. I understand what it means in the right context, but I think the context is being used these days has imprisoned people's mind to just understand that all you're supposed to do is just put food on the table. And that has crippled so many people. That has made so many people keep looking for food. So they are just at the level where they can get food or at the level where they can just provide food. Meanwhile, they can be much more, they can do much more that food is no longer a problem, and which is why we're supposed to be higher animals. Okay, because you can't just be like a lion that okay, let's wake up today, let's just go. Once we can get food, we just come back and then we sleep for 20 hours or something like that. But we can be much more. God created us to be much more. He created us to dominate, and it is not everybody that is supposed to be there. It's not everybody that is supposed to be there. And whether you like it or not, that's it. So there ought to be poor people for rich people to have value. There had to be foolish people for wise people to have value. So everybody's not going to be poor, but you mustn't be among them. Everybody's not going to be rich, and you mustn't be among the poor ones. All right. Everyone is not going to be wise, but you shouldn't be among the foolish ones. Okay, so you shouldn't be at the survival level for a very long time. You shouldn't be at the survival level for a very long time. You have to move up. So you pick a product that resonates with you. Okay, so you pick a product that resonates with you. Choose a revenue pathway. Like we've discussed all the revenue model. Choose a revenue pathway, especially when the company gives you options or is asking you what works, what do you want. There are companies that have built products. You guys will not understand. There are companies, individuals that have built products, and as I speak to you, they don't even know that they can leverage tech sales experts. They don't know. And once tech sales expert comes to meet them, they are jumping with joy because like that's all they've been looking for. Some of them are there struggling to say, oh, they want to recruit marketers. Now you see them every day come on social media and say, hey, I recruited marketers. They are not giving me what I want. People are not ready to work these days and all of that. When you have tech sales experts who carry your product on their head and go and do their stuff, and most of them, too, to be honest, are greedy. No offense. They're greedy because they have this product and you have tech sales people are willing to, and they're not willing to push and say, okay, take this. And because they just feel they have investors' money, they can put billboards and that and that and that. But that's by the way. So start partnering with tech companies. Start partnering with tech companies. Like in one of our sections, I showed you that you can prepare a simple email send to a tech company and say, hey, I noticed you're a tech company, you're doing AB. Even tech companies that trains. What am I even saying? Even tech companies that trains, like my company, Harvest Tech Hub, the list of our training is 150,000. And we give up as much as 15% for just referring somebody to come and train with us. So imagine someone who is very good in tech sales, who understand that people want to engage in trainings and all that. Okay, I mean that's the idea. I mean there is a particular church that we're currently training some of their people and all of that. Two churches actually, but a particular church. The guy recommended them, and that guy made 380,000 from just that training. And the reason he would have made more was because at the point he was even the one begging we should give those people a certain discount, blah blah blah. And of course, and that's it. From 3.8 million, he made 380,000, 10%. Right? So it's just that simple. It's just that simple. So partner with tech companies, partner with freelancers. That's why I said earlier on at tech events, look for tech groups. Join. Find out, oh, are there WhatsApp group communities? Join. Don't bother. Just join. Keep quiet. And then you see some of them. Once in a while, you craft it, but it's okay. I'm a tech sales expert. You introduce yourself, like, can help brands do ABC kind of thing. I'm going to be dropping something like that maybe later tomorrow, so you can use it as a template to craft your own. So I do this, I do this, I do this. I can help this, do this, do this, do this. Bam, you're good to go. Okay, and you say if you like, please, you can DM me. Let's talk and let's see how I can help you push your product into the market. Tech Blitz is organizing I Build series by December, where you're going to be having almost 100 founders sit in a room. You see that kind of event, attend. They say, oh, it's for founders. You say, that's fine. When you go introduce yourself, I'm a tech sales expert and I partner with founders to help them promote their product and take it to the right kind of markets, increasing their sales and help them blah, 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 sharp, sharp. How will I talk to you like that and you don't want to listen? And we move on from there. You attend. And in that kind of meeting, you can meet 20, 30 founders. And they're having conversation and they give room for questions at tech events. You stand up and you say, oh, I have a question. You stand up, introduce yourself. Oh, my name is Matthew Pamela. I'm a tech sales expert, and I've been helping tech products, blah, 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 promote, blah, do this, do that, do that. I'm an expert in that field, but I have a question for some of the founders here. And then you just ask a question based on whatever. But the main goal is that you've introduced yourself in that event. That's why some persons go to events and then they keep, I wish I can go on stage, even if it's 2 minutes to talk. You're not getting 2 minutes to talk on stage, but they've given opportunity for people to ask questions and you're seated down. You're telling me that from all they've said, even if you know the answer to what you want to ask, you can still ask it. But the main goal is that you can use 30 seconds in that event of 500, 1,000 people to introduce yourself and make a loud statement. And when you come out and you start connecting with people, they are no longer surprised. You see that, oh, you're the one who asked that question. So people meet you. So you say you do what again? That's it. It's almost like you were a speaker at that event. It's almost like you were a speaker at that event. But most of us will go to events, we'll just fold our hands and sit down. We're just admiring those on stage and whatever and blah, blah, blah. No, you got that. I told we went to an event, not even, went to an event at the Oak Place Event Center. And the organizer of that event is a very powerful person in this city, in the entertainment industry. And then, when we got there, they took me to the front where all the speakers were, gave me a seat. Now, take note, I wasn't a speaker, I wasn't a panelist and all of that. And he now said to me, he sent one of his protocol officers to come and meet me where I was seated. He said, please, since I'm here, they would like to give me some minutes to just talk and all that. So I spoke to my co-founder while we were seated there. I told him, I said, no, I sent him a message on WhatsApp because he was seated at the back. So I told him, I said, this is what they're saying, but I'm going to turn it down. And he understood immediately why, but for two reasons. And number one, I told him I didn't want the event to be about me or something, that there are brilliant speakers already, very intelligent speakers. So let them do their thing. So the fact that I speak at the event doesn't mean that anywhere I go to, I'm not I'm not mic crazy. Okay. And number two, I also understood what's like that if you give me 5 minutes, 10 minutes to be there, it's as if I'm going to steal that show at the end of the day, and all of that. But that's what I'm trying to say, that you should know that 2 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds is powerful. You can use it to sell yourself. So don't wait until they invite you to stage for 10, 15 minutes before you can. When you have the slightest opportunity, talk about it. If they go to an event, they say, okay, we want 3 people to talk about what they do, you raise up your hand. If they say, oh, network with people at an event, immediately you reach out to people, you network with them. One of the mistakes we make is that most times we just rush to speakers and panelists. And most times I ask people, I said, do you know how many people, for example, have gone to event as a speaker and then I give out my numbers to? I wonder how many of them that have really, really networked with me. That's the truth. How many persons? But there is someone seated close to you. The person seated close to you might be even more successful, more exposed, more connected, whatever, than the speaker you're looking up to. The speaker on stage you're trying to. So you network. The person seated close to you might be somebody you can collaborate with immediately to grow your business to a level where the speaker will look out for you. All right. So turn your network into income, right? That's where you fit in. Turn your network. Most of you have WhatsApp people. You post something, you're getting 500 views. Do you know what you can turn all of that to? Do you know what you can turn all of that to? Unless you've been a very wicked person. But if you're not, somehow there are people who are indebted to you for one or two things. There are people who are indebted to you for your kindness. There are people who are indebted to you for what you've done for them. Some of them are indebted to you for your respect and honor. Some are indebted to you for your service. So turn your network into income, right? You say, oh, Shay, you're working in this company, please. I beg, can you help me reach out to your HR? Let me get or her email address. I want to send in this email. Please, can you help me, schedule a meeting with your boss? I want to come and do a presentation. And he said, what's that about? You explain, say, if it even goes through, I'm going to give you some percentage from my own commission. That's not bribery. That's business. It's part of the things we're going to be sharing in that meeting tomorrow, right? So you're not bribing the person that no, okay? It's you. You're just okay. Let's do this. Okay, you're bringing. So turn your network into income. Turn your network into income. Most of your friends will not buy, but they're on Facebook. They can help you share. They can, but you have to be able to build yourself to get whatever that we're looking for. Okay. So please don't forget that. Very, very important. Very, 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 very important. Very, very, very important. Okay. Very, very important. All right. See. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. So let's go. Before anything else. Sorry. Okay. So before anything else, we're going to move on to taking questions and answers, right? So you're going to feel free to ask your questions and answers. And yeah, at this point, I'm going to be going off live. Okay, eventually we have people on Facebook, on YouTube, who have joined this section, and I don't know. Okay, all right, but go ahead. You can use the chat box, or you can unmute if you want, or raise your hand rather. Raise your hand, I will mute you and then you ask your question. So we're now in the open mic segment. So feel free to ask your questions, and you know okay, so we have a question here by Peaceful Golding. She says, how do you pick a product category when you are not involved in any? Okay, Peaceful, I listed out a couple of product categories. I listed out SaaS, I listed out digital platforms like fintech, edutech, and all of that. I also mentioned devices, smart devices, hardware devices. You don't have to be in any, that's why we had those sections. So if you know that you want to go with, SaaS products, software as a service products, where you're talking about like customer relationship management systems, you're talking about ERPs, you're talking about HR management systems, those kind of systems that companies can use, the type of product that maybe Market Square can use, you know, that's if you feel like, okay, I prefer maybe this kind of money point things, fintechs, edutech platforms. Yeah, but if you also feel like, okay, I think I can go into maybe the hardware part of it where companies sell hardware, for example, now they say Facebook, Facebook smart glasses, you can actually look at those kind of devices as well. So it's not like you have to be in any. That's so you're already in by being part of this training. So there's nothing more you have to be in. It's just for you to you have to just for you to say, okay, I want to go with this. Okay. Yes, please feel free to raise your hand. The rest of the section now is up to you. So don't miss it. Don't. Okay. Okay. Demo Christian, over to you. Ask your question, please.
Okay, good evening. Good evening. So, I listened to you, more especially turning the very last place where you talked about, having to meet people, networking with people, and turning your networking to value or revenue. Um, Now, I've had a situation like the Tech Expo that we had sometime in NDDC, or that was last year. I was privileged to be in that organization where we had people like Simbe make presentation and the rest. We asked questions and all that. Now, one thing I realized in this networking amongst people is that sometimes, uh, like you said, most founders are greedy. Most of them feels like you should beg them to push out their own products. And sometimes they tell you, oh, don't worry, I have people already that are going to push out this product for me. And at the end of the day, you still see that these people are not pushing out this product because you're looking for that product in the market and you're not seeing this product. So I want to know, more especially collaborating with other tech agencies as a tech salesperson, please throw more light on how we can collaborate with this person, these tech founders. And
Sorry, Demo Christian. Run through that again. Run through that again. I want everybody to get your question because I think you're asking a very powerful question right now.
okay, so like I said, you meet a tech founder, and the tech founder really needs your services, but because of one reason or two, the person wants to cut corners. The person don't want to be straightforward with you. So the question now is, how do we really collaborate with these tech founders to realize that, look, your product is needed in the market. You have a powerful product. Like one of them that I met, he has this edu program for schools, and I realized that what he built, it's actually a very powerful tool. But the fact that he wants to be the only one to run the marketing, at the end of the day, he has just, I think, 4 schools that have collaborated that has bought into the idea already. But when I saw the system is so powerful. I've spoken with him a couple of times. He starts trying to, play around about it. So how do we really partner with these people? And for some tech founders who are so stubborn, like they feel like they already know it all. They know how the market is already going. They don't even care about you that is selling, and still the market is not going their way. So what do we do as tech sales agents to ensure that we bridge this gap? Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Demo Christian. Like your question is one in a million. Well done, well done. Don't mind me. I'm just excited about your question. Um, but here's the thing: we must not be overly emotional. You cannot be more Catholic than the Pope. That's one. Number two is if you read the book, I think The Richest Man in Babylon, either The Richest Man in Babylon or The 48 Laws of Power. One of the stories there, I think, yeah, The Richest Man in Babylon, is that you cannot, in the process of helping others solve their problem, carry their burden. They are two different things. And I'll tell you a quick story. The story that was told in that book. So this man had, I think, a donkey and an ass, right? He had those two animals, and every day he would go out, okay, and then I think a donkey and a horse or something like that. He would go out every day with the donkey and to work, while the horse is just there relaxing, And so one day, and this man, this farmer, has the gift of understanding the language of the animals. So one day he he was just standing, by the pen there, looking at the animals, and they were gisting. So he just came back from the farm with the donkey, and the donkey was like, "Kai, he's tired. He works morning and night. But look at him, the horse. The horse stays here and doesn't do anything except when the master is going out. He will just carry the master to visit, and then but eat the donkey. The donkey says, "Oh, I work every day," and the horse say, "Ha, I feel your pain." And the farmer was just listening to them because he understands the language of the animals. And the horse says, "See, what you do by tomorrow is once they come to carry you to go to the farm, just pretend like you're very sick. Don't go to anywhere. Just pretend like you're very, very sick. You're very, very sick." So the farmer was hearing them. Of course, they didn't know the farmer understood what they were saying. So in the morning, the farmer sent his servants and said, "Go and take the donkey to the farm as usual." And when they got there, the donkey refused. The donkey was just foaming like he's sick and all of those. And they went back to the master and said, "Hey, master, see, the donkey is really, really sick, man. And we don't think it." And the master said, "No, we must go to work. So go and carry the horse. Let the horse do the work the donkey was supposed to do." And that's what they did. They carried the horse, went to the farm, walked all through that day. And while they were coming back, the donkey said to the horse, "Oh, you're a true friend. If not for this advice you gave to me." And the horse said, "You're not serious. You better stand up from there. I can't be doing this. Stand up from there and make sure." Or in short, I heard the masters were coming back saying that if you don't get well by tomorrow, they should kill you and use you for pepper soup. So, what's the moral of that story? Is that you do not, in the process of trying to help people carry their burden. They are two different things. You're not carrying them. You can't carry people's burden. You can only help them. So you don't, in the process of saying you want to help sell a product, and you say, "Oh, the founders," no, no, no. So one of the things you do is that you educate them. It's okay that you can even see the potential in a product more than a founder. It's very okay. It's very 100% possible. So you can do that. You say, "Okay, listen, this is what you talk numbers. You say, this is ABC, what we can do. This is this, and this, right?" And then, but once you notice that they are not I mean, there is no whatever. Once you notice that they are not coming forth with the kind of energy you're looking for, don't go and kill yourself. They will frustrate you. You just back out. There are too many products to sell. You just back out. There are even competing products to also promote because your growth is at stake, your resources is at stake. So if you're going to waste your resources trying to promote product that the founders will not appreciate, no, now, no, no, there is no, there is no conversation there. So, but one of the things you do is proper education. And for example, we've had this training now. One or two of you can also go ahead and host a training on for founders alone on how tech sales experts can help them grow their product. You can do that. It's always an opportunity. So, like I said, you are at an event where there are founders. and they say, okay, question or opinions or suggestions, or you can stand up and use 3 minutes to say powerful things and expose founders to the opportunities that are there and all of that. The more you keep providing that education for them, the better. The better. Okay, so that's it. The more it's not anything serious. You can only take a horse to the stream, but you can't force the horse to drink the water. So if you've looked at the product, you've understood the product, you've understood the market, you understand the pain points of the people that they are taking the better product for, and you've come up with strategies you think you can use to sell this, and you look at it and you're not getting the right kind of support that you will need, or they are not willing to cooperate with you. You try, you push, and you know it's not working. I mean, you just have a handshake and say goodbye. We do business some other time, and you turn your attention to something else. You don't have that time. I mean, ask yourself, what if they say they are not doing the product again? Will you force them? So it's their product. If there is anyone that should be more desperate, it should be them. Thank you. Yes, next question. Next
Thanks,
question.
Alan.
Come on, guys. Come on. Don't ask questions. Shalom, Prince Will, Ngozi, Matthew, Napo, Mosef, Imadara is here, Grace, J, Grace, Dini, Godson, Gloria, everyone. Ask question now. You have my full attention. Hey, ask question.
I think there is a question in the comment section.
All right, so thank you. Oh, yeah. So, Afios, I'm seeing your question. Afios, were you at the section yesterday? Yeah, so that answers your question, right? Mini supermarkets, you're looking at products like Invoicer. For pharmacy, Invoicer, they're already using Invoicer. They're also using similar products um, like Invoicer in some pharmacies. Mini supermarket as well. There are some other products, POS products, the point of sale products. And please, oh, that reminds me. When we're talking about point of sale here, we're not just talking about this normal POS machine. Oh, please. That's not this normal POS machine falls under hardware devices. Please. Point of sale, you're talking about products where people can use to sell. Like when you go to buy something from these big supermarkets, you see those machines, they'll put in all your things, scan this one, and then they calculate amount, print receipts. That's what we call POS. Uh-huh. So yeah, POS machines and all of that can go for them. But if it's pharmacy, products like Invoicer will go so well for them. Yeah, okay. So Afios, yeah. So you search out for products like that, that will help. Okay, thank you, Grace. Thank you, Grace. Emmy asked a question. Emmy is saying, I truly respect how seasoned professionals like you have navigated the ups and downs of tech sales career while continuing to grow and adapt over time. As someone who's just starting out, I often wonder what qualities or decisions truly make the biggest difference in long-term success. From your experience, what are the most valuable skills, habits, or mindsets that help a sales person not just achieve short-term goals, but build a sustainable and fulfilling career in tech sales? Whoa. Emmy, thank you again. Like I said, I'm not surprised with the quality of questions you people ask. I saw it firsthand yesterday. You guys are super intelligent, really. So permit me, I don't know, but those of you on YouTube will be ending here on YouTube, sorry, because so that I can yeah.